Appreciate y'all watching my videos. What's going on? Let me wait till a few people get in. Make sure my live working. It's Sunday. It's Sunday, so it may not be nobody out there. Okay. I think it's working. So, what's going on? Appreciate y'all watching my videos. I know I haven't made a video in a while, so I just wanted to check in and see what's going on. You know, I've been out of trucking for a while, so you know, it's been a while. It's been a minute, so you know, everything's going good. You know, I'm learning a new job. You know, getting up every day, going to work. You know, so it's, you know, it's 8 to 5. You know, so but I just wanted to check in with y'all and see what's going on in trucking. Oh man, they done changed stuff up. Let me see, where my chat at? Make sure my chat working. Like the video, man. I've been losing subscribers because I haven't been making videos. I know I haven't been making videos, but you know, life been boring, man. I just been going into work. Just going into work, you know. So I don't, you know, I don't have nothing to talk about. I do have a lot of things to talk about, but I don't know if a lot of it, you know, I don't know if y'all interested in it, because I be at work in my cubicle. I be working. So, you know, it's boring, 8 to 5, white collar work. So it is what it is. But I want to tell y'all something. Look, you know, I bump into guys out here. I bump into people out here, and I be online. I be in Reddit. I don't know if y'all know about Reddit, but I be online. I be on Facebook, you know, watching the news, YouTube. I be on TikTok. You know, a lot of people going through a lot of stuff out here. A lot of people going through a lot of stuff out here. It's, you know, it's hard. You know, people are losing jobs, and, you know, the economy is just not 100. You know, the economy haven't gotten back to where it was before COVID. But we're still having to deal with some remnants, some leftover issues going on from COVID. You know, like people are dealing with losing their jobs, paying bills. It's just like my whole thing is, it's like you always gotta constantly prepare for the next thing. That's just how I always live my life. I always prepare, always stay prepared. You know, since I've been in trucking, I didn't really spend a lot of money. Like, I saved a bunch of my money. And so, like, the only thing I bought was like some property and some materials for that property. Like, I bought some property and I saved my money. And like, thus far, The only thing that I bought where I had a little bit of fun and it ain't really make no money off of it is this car right here. I bought this car. It's the only thing I bought thus far. And I know, like, for some people, I talk to people and they're constantly like in a rat race. They're constantly in that revolving door, just trying to like get out a hole. They're just constantly just trying to get out a hole. They're just paying bills. And it's like they never get to a place where they're able to just save money and just live a little bit of life. And it's just, you know, and like I've been through my life story on YouTube. I got a bunch of videos. I done talked about my life story, and you know, a lot of people who, if you don't know me for real, you would just be like, oh, not everybody got it like you. It's like, bro, I've been there. I've been through a divorce. I've been without a job. I rode bikes to work. I walked to work. I didn't always have a car. You know, like I done did just about everything when it comes to life. You know, I had life thrown at me, but I didn't let that get me down, you know? And like the only thing that I can see that's different from a lot of the other people out here is my hunger. You know, it's my hunger. Like I'm a hungry person. I'm not lazy. I'm not scared to work. There's pretty much nothing that I won't do. And so like I talk to people and you start getting in conversations with people and you start understanding what their life is. And you know, I just start talking with them, say, hey man, you start talking with them, their life is falling off. And it's just like, they looking for a job. They can't find a job. Or, you know, they're trying to go back to school, or their car broke down, or it's just all these things just keep happening to them. And my whole thing is just like I've been there, but like when my car breaks down, I just fix it. And a lot of people be like, oh, not everybody know how to fix a car. I didn't always know how to fix a car neither. Like you just figure it out. Like I've been stranded on the side of the road, not having nobody to call. You just figure it out. My lights have been cut off. I've had tax bills. I've had tax liens before. I've had bill collectors call me. I've been fired from jobs before. I've been laid off. I got kids, you know, I got a daughter, you know, and it's just like, I pay child support. Like, what makes me different than any other guy out there? And then I'll be like, okay, I started to look at it. I was like, oh, you just lazy. That's just what it is. And a lot of guys out here, they're not lazy in the sense of they just sit on their butt all day. You get what I'm saying? They don't just sit on their butt. But the thing is, I find guys just doing a lot of the wrong thing. They spend their time doing a lot of the wrong thing. If you don't have no job, why are you sitting home playing video games all day? Why are you chasing women? Why are you sitting on the stoop smoking weed? Why are you wasting your time? It's because the thing is, like, I've been in situations where I've been fired. I've been laid off. All my time was spent trying to find another job. I was networking with people. I'm putting in applications. I'm running around all over my city trying to find a job, talking to people, getting, you know what I mean? Like, And when I don't find a job, so to speak, I'm trying to figure out something I can do on the side to make some money. And like I be talking to people, they got $200 issues, $400 issues. And I'm like, bro, I mean, I can name 100 things that I can do to go and make $100 real quick, to make 200 real quick. I can just go down the list. I can just be like, I can do this, do this, do this, do this, do this right here. And I'm like, what's your problem? And it's just like, you know, I look at my 20s, I look at my 30s. I'm in my 40s now. I turned 40. And I'm like, I'm at a place where, you know, I just feel like when I bump into people and I start talking to them, I'm listening to all this stuff going on outside in the world. And I'm like, y'all just some lazy folk. Y'all spending all y'all time doing the wrong stuff and then get mad because you got student loans. You know, like I was reading this post online. This girl was going on and on about her student loans. And like she talking about she got it was like $100,000 in student loans for a communications degree. I'm like, why in the hell did you go and get a degree at a private school in communications? It's like, it ain't the school. It's not Biden. It's not the president. It's you. You signed up. You made an adult decision to go in a field that don't have a good employment behind it. And on top of that, you ain't even finished the degree. You're lazy. Let me tell you why you're lazy. Because you could have went to school and worked a part-time job. You could have worked a part-time job and went through school. That's what you could have did, but you didn't. You could have stayed home with mama, grandmama, auntie, went to a local college, local university, a community college, work part-time, 20 hours a week, 30 hours a week, and go to school. Is it hard? Yes. Yes. It's going to be work. Yes. You're going to have to work. Yes. Because you don't have the money. You know? And so I'm watching people, they getting their car repossessed. They getting their car repossessed. And then it's like, you start reading into the details and it's like, oh, your car got repossessed because you went to the dealership and signed up for a payment that was way out of your price range in the beginning. You ain't even made 2-3 months payment and already you getting a repossession? That's not the president's fault. That's not COVID. That's you. I mean, it's like you got to do things you don't want to do. I didn't like trucking, but I got into trucking because it was a fast way to make a good living. That's why I got into trucking. I talk to people, my friends and family, you know, I talk to people, they be like, man, you doing good in trucking. And, you know, I wish I can get in the truck, but I don't like being on that road all the time. I don't like driving. Who are you kidding, man? I don't like trucking neither. But I'm a man. I got responsibilities. And so you have to admit to yourself that this is something you got to do. You got to face your responsibilities in the face, and you got to go out there and do what you got to do. You got to do what you don't want to do. Okay, you don't want to get a part-time job and go to school at the same time. Apparently, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to pay for it either way. You're going to have to pay for it. Either you're going to get student loans, or you're going to go to school, or you're going to go and get a job and work your way up. You still got to put in the work. And you got to put in the work where the work has impact. You got to have to put in the work where it makes sense. Don't get no degree in art. Don't get a degree in criminal justice. There's no job behind that. If a 2-year degree or a 4-year degree ain't good enough, and if the job won't pay $75,000, you shouldn't get a degree in it. You just shouldn't get a degree in it. It's a waste of time. You gonna go to school and get a degree in some junk that don't even have a job in it. It's like, okay, I bump into a lot of people, right? I bump into a lot of people, and like, I try to help people to get into trucking. That's what I know, that's what I know that turned my life around. You know what I mean? So I got into trucking. Trucking has changed my life. It turned my life around. I was able to get into something. In 30 days, I got my CDL. And I know, like, I talk about getting a certification. A CDL is a certification. Billing and coding, that's a certification. IT, you get an IT certification. A++, Security Plus. You got all these certifications. Bookkeeping, you can get a bookkeeping certification. QuickBooks certification. You can go and take a bookkeeping, QuickBooks, get a QuickBooks certification, right? You'll be certified in QuickBooks. You can go out here with a QuickBooks certification, make $100,000 a year. No accounting degree. No accounting degree. All you got to do is get that QuickBooks certification in 30 days to 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, you pass the test. You become QuickBooks certified. You can go out here to businesses. You can go out here to all these businesses out here and solicit your business. Hey, I do bookkeeping. I'm QuickBooks certified. I can help you run your business. I'm sure a little doctor's office, a little trucking business out here, anything out here, all these businesses out here would love to have your help. You can come in, help them get all their paperwork together, and charge good money for it, make $100,000 a year. No accounting degree. Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, that's your decision. As adults, we all have to make decisions in life. And the thing is, it's like, what's crazy is because we want to be free. We want to be free. We want to be free, right? But we don't want to be free. We don't want to be free, but we want to be free. That's the cost of being free in this country. You're allowed to make decisions. You're free to go out here and make all these free decisions out here and fail. That's the cost of being free in America. You don't want to go to China and have somebody tell you what to do, tell you what kind of degree field to go into. You don't want to go over to China and somebody tell you how much groceries you want to buy. You don't want to go to China and somebody tell you what kind of job to get. That's what them people in China, in a communist country, that's what they do. They're zombies. They don't make their own decisions over there. Over here in America, we're free. We're free to go and pile up $100,000 in student loans on an art degree. And so that's just the fact of being free in America. You want to be free and have the freedom to come and go as you please, buy houses wherever you want to. You can go out here and apply for a mortgage, $1 million house. You know you can't make the payment, but that's your freedom to do that in America. Don't be mad, but that's America. You're free to do that. And so Just like you're free to make good decisions in this country, you're free to make bad decisions. And so in this country, you have to just side with the fact that whatever's good for the goose is good for the gander. Making my point. I'm making my point, man. So making my point. But you know, it's just whatever's good for the goose is good for the gander. Okay. And I keep telling y'all, save your money. No, I can't save my money. Save your doggone money. You know, everybody got problems out here. Everybody is an adult. Y'all are all adults. You have to look your decisions in the face and accept your decisions and just roll with it. You made these decisions. You're going to have to deal with them. That's just what it is. Biden, the president, can't help you. City council can't help you. Unemployment, the bank not going to help you. You signed up for that debt and you're going to have to pay it. Your baby mama ain't gonna help you, and the Mexicans climbing over the border, they're not gonna help you. Everybody trying to figure out a way to run away from their problems. You made these decisions, and people trying to run away from their problems. You an adult, you made these decisions. That's America. Take your butt over to China and see what that gets you. You don't want to go over to China and have the government tell you what to do, tell you what kind of degree field what to do. You don't have the right to think on your own, the freedom to be a free thinker. You don't have that right. But over here, you have the freedom to do what you want to do. You can buy a Kia. You know doggone well you shouldn't be buying no Kia. Kias are the worst cars on planet Earth. But no, you wanted to buy a Kia. Don't get mad when the Kia explode on the highway. Don't get mad, because on the news, every 5 minutes, a Kia explodes on the highway. But you buy one anyway. You're an adult. You're able to do what you want to do in this country. Yeah. You know it's bad for you to smoke. You keep smoking. You keep smoking. You know it's bad for you to smoke. Don't get mad when you get lung cancer. Don't get mad. Don't get mad when you get lung cancer. I mean, there are situations where a lot of people are faced with issues, right? And it's just the hands of God. You didn't see this coming. You know, people get health issues, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you purposely went out here and made bad decisions, and you wanted somebody to fix them for you. You trying to figure out your $200 problem. Man, get your butt up and go out here and get you some skills and do what you're supposed to do and solve your problems. Stop being lazy. That's all it is. You got to do what you don't want to do. I didn't want to go back to college. I didn't want to run up and down the road in no truck. I hated driving a truck. I hate driving a doggone truck. Run up and down the road in a truck. It's just like, I gotta get in this truck. I gotta argue with this brokers. I gotta put fuel in the truck. I gotta bump these docks. I gotta deal with these warehouses. Man, look, nobody don't want to deal with all that. But at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do. You have to do what you have to do. I didn't want to go back to college. I didn't want to spend money on some classes in school and get this stupid degree. I don't want to do that. But it's the fact of life. It's a fact. That's what you got to do. You got to do what you don't want to do. I didn't want to go and get a degree in accounting. I didn't want to do that. I know it looks like it and I'm enjoying myself. But the thing is, you got to put some good stuff in the universe. There's a trade. There's a trade-off. It's like, okay, I don't want to do this. I don't want to sit here and study for 60, 70 hours a week and pass all these stupid tests. I don't want to do this, but you got to do what you have to do. You got to find something that it's going to be hard. You got to put the work in. You got to find something you don't want to do, but you have to do it anyway, because you know it's going to provide a better life for you. It's going to be good on the other end. You go into IT, right? You never done IT before. You never done IT before, but you go into IT. You get in the help desk. Ooh, the learning curve gonna be like this. Ooh, this gonna be a steep learning curve. You ain't gonna know what you doing, and you're gonna be on the job, and you're gonna be staring at this work, and you ain't gonna know what you're doing. But that's just what it is. Before you know it, it's gonna click. Boom. You gonna know that work backwards and forwards. You're gonna be like, oh my God, why I didn't change my mind long time ago. Boom, you making 150,000 in IT. You work 30, 40 hours a week. And so that's the truth. You can go and get your HVAC certification, get your HVAC license, get the plumbing license, electrician's license. I'm just thinking about all these things out here that's got a steep learning curve that nobody wants to do. You can go and be a diesel mechanic, an elevator technician. You know, elevator technicians make $100,000 a year. Elevator technicians. They train you on the job, no degree. You get your high school diploma. You go to the company, you apply. They got a training program. They put you in the training program. They pay you while you're in the training program. I think it's like $60,000 a year to start while you're in training. Once you become a journeyman level elevator technician, like 2 to 3 years, you making boom $100,000 a year. You can look it up. You can look it up. No college degree. And so, you know, my point is that if you want to change your life, it's up to you. And that's, you got to take the responsibility of making decisions in your life, because it's like, you know, it's like I watch a lot of mess. I watch a lot of stuff out here in the world, and like all these people running around complaining. And I'm like, you know, you in charge of your life. You up there complaining. Ain't nobody forcing you to do nothing. This is America. You can decide right now if you want to go back to school. You can decide right now. There are a lot of programs out there. There are a lot of free programs out there. You can get financial aid. You can get a Pell Grant. You can get a scholarship. You can get state funded programs, grants. You can go to school, community college right now. You can go to a community college right now. Free tuition for a 1 year and a 2 year certification on a lot of programs. You can look up a lot of community colleges across the countries. They got COVID money to send people back to school and get training. A lot of people would qualify for free tuition in a lot of programs at a community college, at a tech school or whatever. You get billing and coding, you get an IT certification, all that stuff for free. It's out there. It's all out there. You can just Google it. You just get on your phone and Google it. You think I'm lying? I ain't lying. I was about to do it. I was about to do one. There's a bunch of little programs you can get into, just little career center type certifications. It ain't no all out degree. It's just a 3-month, 6-month certification program. You get the skills and you go straight to work, you know, and you be working in 3 to 6 months. You be working. A lot of these programs are online, and so it's all free. And so all you got to do is put some time in it. And so my whole thing is like, yeah, it ain't going to be easy. You're going to have to move your schedule around. Yeah, I know you got a family and all this stuff. Everybody got excuses. Everybody got all these doggone excuses. But you're going to have to just man up and just you're going to have to go and make it a decision to go do it. It has to get done. Or you can stay where you at. You can stay exactly where you at and don't make any progress, and just stay where you at. Don't make no progress. And then a year from now, you'll be in the same spot. 2 years from now, you'll be in the same spot. 3 years from now, you'll be in the same spot. All you got to do is take out 30 days, 90 days of your whole life, move some stuff around, postpones a few things in your life just to get ahead. When I got my CDL, it took me 30 days to get my CDL. 30 to 60 days, something like that. Got my first job, started working March of 2007. It was either April or March of 2007. I got my CDL. Boom, my first job, I was making 45, 50,000 a year. I was 26. I was about 26. Up to that point, I never made 45, 50,000 up to that point. Up to that point, the most money I ever made was about $30,000 a year. I was working warehouse jobs, retail jobs, dead end jobs. Hopeless. I've been there. Hopeless. Don't have no mentor. Don't have no vision or where I'm going with my life. And like, it just took some time. And it's like, man, something's got to give, man. I need to make some changes in my life. Something's got to give. I'm tired of working check for check. I want some things out of life. I want some money in my pocket. I want a nice car. I want a house. I want all these things. I have to do something to get it. I have to make a drastic decision right here, right now. I have to make a pledge and say, what is it that I have to do? Because I got to do it. It got to get done. And so I seen trucking and I was like, you know what? I got to get my CDL, man. I bumped into a couple friends and it's like, man, I got my CDL. Boom. I'm making 100,000 a year. I was like, ooh, yeah, okay. Let me get into that. Went down to the unemployment office. They had all these programs to get into a different career field: plumbing, diesel mechanic, IT, accounting, bookkeeping, HVAC, plumb, electrician, all this stuff. I picked CDL driver. I got my CDL. Boom. It was a lot of work. I never drove no truck. Up to that point, I never seen no truck. I never been around no truck before. When I went to CDL school and I had to, when you have to do the test for your CDL test, you have to, go through the process of your inspection and point out all the bits and pieces of a truck. I never done that before, but you just do it and you practice it. You learn the CDL manual. You just learn it. You learn your backing maneuvers. You learn your 90-degree turns. You just learn it. You get out there on that range and you keep practicing. You keep practicing. You keep practicing. Before you know it, you whip that truck around the corner like it's no problem. That's what it is, man. You just learn. You learn. Stop being lazy. And so the thing is, people get very content. They get very content. And they don't want to make the hard decisions. They don't want to make the hard sacrifices to better their lives. They don't want to save money. They think, I bump into people. People think saving money is evil. What? You don't need to save all that money. You don't need all that money. It's like, are you crazy? You sound crazy. There's nothing wrong with saving money. Because when you lose that job, you be thankful that you got 10, 15,000 in the bank to get you some food and pay you some rent while you find another job. You be thankful you got $15,000, $20,000 cash. But it's like people act like it's evil to save money. That's crazy. Because I've been without savings and I know how it feels to not have savings. I'd rather have some savings. So when I go through a layoff, or if I get sick, or if I get in an accident, my house catch on fire, whatever the case may be, I got something so where I can weather a hardship. I don't have to take out no loans and do all this craziness. There's nothing wrong with saving some money, man. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with saving for retirement. There's nothing wrong with saving 6 3 to 6 months of expenses. There's nothing wrong with that. Whoever got y'all out here feeling like that's evil, hey, y'all need to find some more different friends, because it's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And so, you know, it's just people are, I bump into people out here. People get content and lazy. They don't want to break a sweat. It's nothing wrong with breaking a sweat, and it's just nothing wrong with that. You got to push yourself to get to the next level. Just a little bit of work, just a little bit, change your whole life. Like I sat up here and I ran up and down the road in the truck, and I got into a whole nother career field, and for me, doing this kind of stuff is normal. It's normal for me to just tighten my bootstraps and just go after it, and just, because I'm a hungry kind of dude. Like, I'm not lazy. I'm not scared to get out here and try stuff. Like, I mean, like, it's just, let me go back through some of these comments. What's my favorite animal? Chasing Andrews. Let me see. What's going on, Chasing Andrews? I've been watching your videos. You up there. I see you up there in the oil fields up there. Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do. I know a lot of guys, they'll be scared to go in the oil fields. They'll be scared. Man, I ain't going up to Alaska. I ain't going up to North Dakota. Well, stay broke then. Stay broke then. Like, I mean, I can't help you. I can give you all these things you can do to change your life. I bump into guys, they want to get a house, they want to get a charger, they want to get a good girlfriend and all this stuff. But no good woman is not going to want to mess with you when you broke and you stink and you all dusty looking, and you don't have no money in your pocket, like, ain't no woman trying to mess with you. You don't have no drive about you. You know what looks sexy on a man? A woman finds a man that's got like some drive to him. A lot of women are not going to tell you that, but what attracts a woman to a man is that a man has a little bit of drive to him, a little bit of, got a mission. He got like a little mission. He on a mission. He doing whatever he got to do to achieve his goals. And so a lot of women find that sexy. That speaks stability to a woman. That speaks reliability to a woman. You get with a girl, she don't want to have no baby with you, and you can't keep no job. How we gonna feed this child? No woman can rely on you if they car break down, if you don't know how to work on nothing. Like, what are you here for? A woman will look at you and they'll be like, what are you here for? Because you got to understand, for a man, that's all men got. All we got is our word and our balls. That's all we got. We don't bear children. We don't cook and clean. And so with men, all we got is our manhood. We have our word and our mission, and that's what makes a man a man. We go out there and kill it. We have ideas. We bring ideas and solutions to a situation. That's what makes a man. That's what makes the world go round. Men make the world go round. You don't see no woman out here working on construction sites. I mean, you see a couple women out there, but mostly you see women teachers. Women are nurses, and they do stuff like that. And so Men come into play and we make the hard decisions. We come in, we remove all the emotions to the side and we make those hard decisions. We make them executive hard decisions. We don't get into all them emotions. Now, some men do, but for the most part, that's what makes a man a man. And so I watch a lot of you men out there. Y'all need to get it together, man, because I see a lot of broken men out here. They sitting around playing Xbox. They having $100 problems and all this. And I be watching these dudes out here. They chasing women. I'm like, dude, you don't need to be chasing a woman. You need to be chasing a job. You need to be chasing some skills. You need to be chasing a $150,000 job out here. That's what you need to be doing. You do that, you don't have to worry about it. It'll be an endless supply of women trying to get at you because they looking at you and you on your mission. You ain't worrying about no woman. You out here on a mission. You trying to get this stuff done over here. You know, you over here, you got 8 jobs at one time. You know, you getting it, you killing it. You got here in these streets and you killing it, bringing the money home and beast mode. You know what I mean? Like you killing it. A lot of women, they're not going to say it and tell you to. Some women, they will, but a lot of women, they wouldn't tell you to your face. They'll be like, ooh, he on the grind. He's sexy. And so, so my point is, Chasing Andrew, good job, man. You're a young man, piling up cash. You're going to be good. You're going to be real good, man. You're going to be good. Just pile up cash and just work pile up cash. And because at the end of the day, you go back home, you ain't missing nothing. You go back home, you're not missing nothing. I grew up in the projects. I grew up in the hood, and I'm not trying to glorify that, but I'm saying it's like I go back home to my neighborhood where I grew up at. I just shake my head because you think you're missing something. Because guys, like, they scared to go out here and be great. They scared to go out here and go to college. They scared to go out here and get a skill and go out here and get in the workforce. They scared to go out here and work hard. There's guys out here that's scared to get 2 and 3 jobs. They scared because they think they leaving their family behind. They scared that they leaving their hood and their homies behind. And then you come back and look at your old neighborhood and it's just like, y'all still on the corner? Y'all still sitting on the stoop? You ain't missed nothing. You ain't missed nothing. It's a lot of world out here to see, man. There's a lot of world out here to see. When you broke, you can't see none of it. When you don't have no money and you don't have no job, it's a lot of world out here, but you never can see none of it because you broke. You can't access none of the world out here. It's a lot of world out here. It's a lot of people out here you can meet and talk to. You can go and get an accounting degree, right? And start working around other accountants. That exposes you to a whole different world of people where you getting into different types of conversations. You getting in different types of social environments. You getting in different types of networking. You reaching out and touching different types of people. You go back home and talk with your homeboys. They all standing on the corner smoking weed. Their life ain't going nowhere. They got a Amazon job. They throwing boxes at Amazon. They doing Uber. Life ain't going nowhere. Life ain't going nowhere. But you talk to people, they scared to get into a different field and get around different folk. You know? And so I lost my train of thought. Let me see. Dirty Bro, what's going on? I know you posted this comment earlier, but what's going on, Dirty Bro? Cody, what's going on? Trucking Life, what's going on? Student loans. I mean, there's nothing wrong with student loans, but you gotta have a plan to get rid of them things. You got to know what you're signing up for. There's nothing wrong with student loans, but you got to go in the right field and make sure that that field that you're getting into, the degree that you're getting, makes sense. If you're getting $50,000 in student loans, you better be going to engineering, nursing, IT, some kind of finance, accounting, finance, some kind of business. Yeah, engineer. I mean, any one of those. I know everybody be like, oh yeah, not everybody want to go into engineering. Well, okay. Stay where you at then. Go get $100,000 and get that sociology degree and see where that gets you. That's just what it is. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You want to go and get this easy degree that you don't even have to work hard to pass these classes. But engineering is gonna be hard. But you know what? You're gonna have jobs on the other end, $100,000 jobs on the other end. Your life is gonna be easy going forward. You put the work in up front. You put the work in up front. You can't be mad because, oh, I don't want to do nursing. You got to do all this stuff. I don't like looking at blood. Okay, but don't get mad because you can't find a job. Don't get mad. You have to do what you don't want to do. That's what it is. It's not easy. You just got to do what you don't want to do. They want the degenerate experience in college. What? Yeah. They plan, a lot of people think college is some kind of, and I get it. When I went to college when I was in my 20s, I get it. College is fun, but I know when I was in college, I had a little bit of fun, but I worked a full-time job and I had a full-time schedule at the same time going to school. When I'm looking back on it, I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. You just do it. You'll be fine. It ain't gonna kill you. It ain't gonna kill you to have a part-time job and go to college. It's not gonna kill you. It's just not. You'll be all right. Like, I be listening to these kids out here, like they crying and all this. Oh, I got student loans. And so you gonna deal with stress either way. I'd rather just get a part-time job and work my way through school instead of having all these student loans, And there's nothing wrong with having some student loans, but go to a state school that's affordable. So that way you can get a 4-year degree with $30,000 in student loan. 40,000. A state school, just tuition and books, gonna run you about $6,000 a year, $7,000 a year, going to a state school. That don't include room and board and all that. But you don't need to live on campus. You can stay with your mama. You can stay with your mama. Stay home with mama. Just stay home with mama. You can still go out. You can still go to the frat parties. You can still do all that college mess. Get drunk and all. You can do all that junk. I did it. And it's like these kids out here trying to justify these 5- and 6-figure debts to go to have a party, essentially. And it's just sad, It's just sad. I finished my bachelor's degree, going for a master's. Got to get out of trucking. I hope you're getting in a good field. I hope it's good now. That's all good, the bachelor's and masters, but if it's not a good field behind it, then that piece of paper, you can wipe your ass with it. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, to be boasting, to be honest, you really don't need a master's. If you can't get a good 6-figure job with a bachelor's, it's maybe not worth it to go into that field. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real with you. If you get a bachelor's degree and you can't find a $60,000, $70,000 job with it, I mean, you wasting your money. You got to do your research up front. You can go on Google and find out the top paying bachelor degrees, the top paying associate's degrees. To be honest, you should just get associates. If you got some work experience, all you need is associates, to be honest. Only get a bachelor's degree in something if it's required. Like accounting. If you're going to go into accounting, you got to have a bachelor's degree. You can't do accounting with associate's degree in accounting. You just can't. I didn't make the rules. That's just the accounting field. I didn't make the rules. Don't holler at me. So, you show up to a company with associate's degree in accounting, they won't even look at your resume. It's the truth. You need 24 hours of accounting. Any other field, engineering, yeah, you need a bachelor's degree in engineering, and some mechanical, chemical, petroleum, any one of them engineers, you need a bachelor's degree in it. Okay. Nursing requires you to pass board tests. You have to have a 4-year degree in nursing to pass the board test, to be a nurse, to be an RN nurse. That's just the truth. It's a fact. It's what it is. But if it don't require you to have a bachelor's degree, you don't need it. You don't need a bachelor's degree in psychology, sociology, communications. None of that stuff requires you. You can just start typing and writing right now. If you want to start a blog, if you want to write a book, you don't need a degree to write books. Okay? And that just requires you to do some research up front. But I mean, I don't know. We spend a lot of time researching shoes. We spend a lot of time researching video games. We spend a lot of time researching girls. We waste all our time researching all this other stuff out here, but we don't research the stuff we need to research. And we waste our time and get mad because we go over here and get a master's degree in German polka dancing. We get a master's degree in backflipping and sidewalking and German polka history and all this garbage, and get mad because you can't find a job. Nobody tell you to do that. And so I work in my office. I work around people with master's degrees, right? And I just chuckle and find out that they got 2 master's degrees, and all this. I'm like, dude, I'm sitting up here making more money than you, and you got all these master's degrees. You don't need no master's degree. If you can't find a job with a bachelor's degree, you shouldn't have got that degree in it. You need to find another bachelor's degree. That's the truth. I didn't make the rules. You got to go out here and look at the employment landscape and see what's out there for you. That's the truth. Let me see. Somebody got a super chat. $5. Appreciate that, Dwayne, man. Appreciate it, man. Shoot. Finishing out my 10-year trucking career, I tell guys there's many opportunities out here. Paid training at these trade schools, but they won't listen. You sound like me. I mean, if you in trucking and you work for a mega carrier, you can get a job as in the office. You can be a fleet manager. A lot of fleet managers don't have degrees. You got a bunch of trucking experience. You know this industry back and forth. So why can't you go and apply to a job at TQL, C.H. Robertson? Why can't you apply as a fleet manager at J.B. Hunt, Snyder, Swift? Why not? Fleet managers make about $60,000 a year, man. That ain't a bunch of money, but I mean, it gets you out the truck. It gets you in that type of work so you can develop those skills and move up. And in 5 to 10 years, you could be making trucking money, as a fleet manager, making $100,000 as a fleet manager. No college degree. I bump into a lot of fleet managers throughout my trucking career at these companies. They don't have no doggone degree. Some got degrees, some don't. But a lot of them that don't, either they was in the truck for a while and they got into trucking, or they was in some other field. All you need is just good working experience. Should I buy index funds when the stock market is this high, you should be buying index funds regardless of what's going on in the market. Okay. Who is this? Sheldon. You don't, you going at it the wrong way. Your outlook on how you moving at investing in the stock market is the wrong way. You have to set up a regular dollar amount that you're constantly buying shares in an index fund. You're looking at it the wrong way. You trying to flip. I can see that the undertone in that question. I can see where you're going at. You trying to make some money. You need to acquire assets. That's your goal, because you don't own nothing. Okay, you got a little car in the yard. It's a depreciating asset. You don't own nothing. You need assets, real assets. Assets are things that put money in your pocket. So when you go to the bank and you have to write out a balance sheet or income statement for the bank to get a loan, and all you put on there is I got $1,000 in the checking account, that ain't enough. You need assets. You need to be able to say I got $100,000. Sorry about that, the thing cut off. So what I'm saying is you need to acquire assets. The whole point of buying index funds on a routine basis is to acquire assets. That's your goal. Stop trying to think, oh, I should buy it when the market is high. I should buy it when it's low. You're trying to flip. You're trying to, I can tell through your question, you going at it wrong. Just set up a dollar amount, look at your budget and say, okay, I make $1,000 a week. I can afford $100 out my check every week to buy $100 in an index fund. Send the money over to the account and have it buy every week. That's what you should do. Stop worrying about if the market is high. Stop worrying about it it's low. Okay? Don't you going at it wrong. Nursing, you need an associate. It depends on the type of RN nurse you're talking about. Some of them require a bachelor degree, some of them require associates. So it just depends. It just depends. But the market is very competitive. So the minimum requirements will be associate's degree, but the market is competitive. So if you're applying to a job, a nursing job, and they have 5 bachelor degree candidates with a bachelor degree in nursing with their nursing license, and you got an associate's degree in nursing, who do you think is going to get the job? Who do you think is going to get the job? The people with the bachelor degree in nursing with their state license. Those are the people going to get the job. You could probably get the job, but you got to work a little bit harder than the bachelor degree folk. So you might as well stop playing around and just get the bachelor degree. Don't play around. Do the little bit of extra work, take the extra classes, because sometime in your career, just like with a lot of professions out here, you're gonna have to move up in your career. Okay, you're gonna have to move up, and so it's gonna come a point where that's become a conversation, or your credentials, and so your credentials is gonna show up, and so it's gonna come up in conversation. You're gonna apply to this job, either be a manager, a senior nurse. I don't know what they call shift leads or some kind of management administrative nurse. I don't know that industry. I don't know that profession, but it's going to be a period of time where you want to move up, and that's going to be a conversation. And it's like, oh, he or she only has associate's degree. That person has a bachelor degree. And a lot of people got master's degrees. So it's going to come up in situations like certain professions where education is important. Yeah. In the medical field, education is very important. Education is very, very, very important in the medical field. So I would behoove you to just go ahead and get a bachelor's degree at minimum in the healthcare industry. but you want to up your game in healthcare for more. A bachelor's degree is needed in the ministry. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. It's the same thing in a lot of fields out here. And these are the fields that actually require education. I don't want the nurse that's administering me some type of medicine. I want her to be qualified and educated. I want her to know what she's doing. You get what I'm saying? And so that's just the fact is, like, certain fields require a certain education. There's some fields, communication, you don't need no degree in to get work in the communications field. You know? But so I sat up here and ran my mouth for about an hour. I looked at the time here. I didn't mean to run off for about an hour. I thought about only doing this for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but time has passed. Time passed, boy. But anyway, I appreciate y'all watching videos. I'll see y'all next time.